Hey guys, Jim here from DrinkABeerandPlayAGame. So, March 27th, 2023. That will be the day that we say goodbye to the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS eShops. And it's a sour day. There's been a lot of arguments, there's been a lot of panic buying. It's been a hot topic over the past couple weeks, really in the year since it's been announced. But I'm recording this on the 22nd. It's getting real, folks. So, I have both systems, and while neither of them have been the systems I've used the most, I do have good memories with both of them. But for neither system, I never really bought that many games digitally for them. Almost none at all. So I figured, what the heck? My 3DS is kind of busted, so I wasn't going to bother with that, but I talked to some buddies and I picked out a few games from the WiiU eShop that I thought these would be cool to have for as long as the system lives. So here we go. The last 5 games I will buy for the Wii U. Also gonna be the first 5. So, let's take a look. So the first game up is gonna be a game off the Virtual Console. It's Duck Hunt. Good old Duck Hunt. And the real question, why the hell would I spend money on Duck Hunt? I have it on the NES and I almost never play it. Well, it's for the fact that it's a version that's very easy to play on modern TVs. Light gun games are notorious for not working on modern flat screen HD TVs these days. So I do have a CRT, but let's face it, the zappers don't really hold up that well anymore. And for about $5, I figured, why not? So yeah, Duck Hunt. It plays really well. You use the Wiimote. It actually gives you the sounds of shooting the gun through the little speaker in the Wiimote, so that's a nice touch. And yeah, it plays perfectly fine. It's Duck Hunt. It's a boring game. It's not one I'm going to go back to myself a lot, but I figure I can at least make a drinking game out of it for Brian and I for a future video. So have some buddies over and play some drunk Duck Hunt. Sounds like a fun time to me. So Gerard the Completionist famously bought every single eShop game on the Wii U and 3DS that he could in the last calendar year. Admirable. And at the end of the video, people gave all these recommendations. And one that everyone said was this game called Pushmo World, which I had never heard of before. So I thought, what the heck, why not? So it was about $10, which I was like, okay, a little bit of an investment. But man, this game is just a delight. It's adorable. It's a nice little puzzle platformer. The main gimmick is pushing and pulling blocks in order to climb up to save these little pushmos at the very top. And yeah, that's kind of it. I've only scratched the surface of it. It has 250 levels, which is insane. So this will be a game that I can always come back to, spend some time, put away, come back to. And yeah, like, it's got nice, happy music. The graphics are simple, yet really colorful. It's just a really charming game. So, yeah, everyone who recommended this, good recommendation. And anyone out there who has this system, I hope you got it while you could. Next up, pinball. So, you know me. I love my pinball games. I do an on-again, off-again review series where I look at digital pinball games. Links up one of these corners. And yeah, I saw a pinball game and it was like $1.47. I figured, why not? How bad could it be? It's not good. It's gimmicky because you don't actually control it with any buttons or the flippers. You only control it with the touch screen of the Wii U itself. So at least it uses the touch screen. At least it does something with that thing. And it works all right. Like the input's a little finicky. You can't tilt or anything like that. And it's extremely simple. You only rack up points by trying to hit the little things that pop up, the little targets that pop up on the very, very simple table. So yeah, I mean, if you're a hardcore pinball fan, there's no reason to buy this. I bought it because I'm a pinball fan, and I do my pinball series. I might eventually do a video on it or some kind of short, but yeah. Even if you love digital pinball, stay away from this one. I'll use it in a video eventually. Next up, and once again from the Wii U Virtual Console, it's Bonk 3, Bonk's Big Adventure. So, I own the first two Bonks on the TurboGrafx 16, I own Bonk's Adventure on the Game Boy, I own Airzonk on the Turbo, and I have the TurboGrafx Mini, which has a couple Bonk games on it. Cool. For some reason, the Turbo Mini did not come with Bonk 3, and Bonk 3 is super expensive. It doesn't matter if you're buying the Turbo CD version or the HuCard, it is ridiculously expensive. Way more than Bonk 1 and 2. I mean, it's not quite Bonk Adventure on the NES levels, but it's really up there. And I don't love the Bonk games that much to justify that kind of purchase. And yeah, I could always emulate, and this, Virtual Console is emulation. But for a legal way to own this game, this was pretty much going to be my best bet. Not sure if it's based off the HuCard or the CD. I would have to do a side-by-side with frames of animation and all that stuff. But for what it is, I mean, it's a Bonk game. I've only played a couple levels so far, and yeah, I mean, it adds in the gimmick of getting really big or really small to go through certain passageways. But outside of that, it's good old Bonk. So if you like Bonk, there's more of it to like here. If you don't like Bonk, this won't be the one to convert you. I would tell you to probably pick up Bonk's Revenge off the Virtual Console before any of the other ones, but for what it is, I'm glad that I only had to spend like $5 or $6 to have Bonk 3 somehow. Last up is going to be a weird one. This was a recommendation to me from my buddy Castlezots, and he almost never steers me wrong. And I don't think he has here yet, but this definitely has the possibility of being the biggest waste of money. So for $12, I bought Spin the Bottle, Bumpy's Party. And what is this? It's a party game. But it's a party game where you completely play it off of the Wii U gamepad. So you can't look at a TV screen to play it. It just gives you this screen over here the entire time. It's pointless. You have the Wii U game screen and it tells you all the mini games that you have. And I think it's got about 20 games on there, and it's all about teaming up with between 2 to 8 players and doing different things. Kind of think like 1-2 switch almost, but using the camera, using the buttons to try and it's like 1-2 switch mixed with WarioWare, I would say. So you have, some time to do these little mini things like, take pictures of butterflies or put the hat on your head using the camera and all that stuff. It's goofy. I tried to play as myself and it's like impossible, but I think this is something that I can wind up playing with my daughter. She's 5, so this is something that she would probably have fun with, and if you use actual Wiimotes, then you unlock more games. So again, it's a pure party game. I am borrowing footage from someone. I will credit it down here for what you're actually seeing on the screen here, but yeah, like I said, it's nothing I can use personally. Probably can't even really, I could make a drinking game video out of it, but I think this is more the kind of thing I'll sit down with my wife and kid and have some fun with a game that doesn't require all that much input. It's just a goofy little time. So that's it. Those are going to be my only Wii U eShop purchases ever. Kind of weird, little bittersweet, but hey, at least, I mean, it's me, so of course I got some weird, unique stuff. But thanks to having my big collection, I didn't have to buy that much, so I don't think I'm missing out on that much. And I have a decent physical collection, so at least I'm kind of covered there. But let me know below, guys. Did you do any last-minute spending on either the 3DS or the Wii U, trying to snag some games before they're gone forever? I mean, we have the potential to lose. I mean, there's already been games delisted over the years, and there's about, 2,300 games left between the two systems on the eShops, so a whole bunch of those we will never see again, is what it is. And that will do it for today, guys. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the page, and check out the links below to our Power Hour podcast, which is also on iTunes and Spotify. Until next time, guys, cheers.